From the dashboard of the student profile, you can see an array of different items. And you do not need to do the whole process to find the student and to find other students over and over again. You can toggle left and right between all the students within that teacher's classroom. Really quickly, at the very top, you see all the data from the mathematics test and all the data you can toggle between for the reading test. After looking and seeing right here in the mathematics piece, you can see standard error, range of RIT scores, rapid guessing, possibility. The student also took 88 minutes for the test. Down here we see comparisons, instructional areas, and growth goals. When looking at the comparison areas, you can be looking at the growth, what percentile the student is at, and what color it coordinates to. Achievement, you can see quadrant chart where in the 4 quadrants that the student will fall, so low growth, high achievement. Within instructional areas, you can see the RIT score for each individual component in math and for reading as well. And we can see 223 suggested area of focus, and on the other end 238. This is one of her higher areas of strength, an area of strength for her in mathematics. If we click inside the instructional areas, we get a breakdown of all the things the student can and is ready to learn. So you can group by standard or topic. I tend to go by standard. All the grades for her, and you can change it up just a few grades or all the grades. You can see the different learning statements: reinforce, develop, introduce. Let's go ahead and pick all of them right there. And again, this is her suggested area of focus. You can go between any one you want. And you can see for data analysis and monetary transactions, this student's still working on some parts of the TEKS in 2nd grade and 3rd grade and 3rd grade, even though she is a 5th grade student. And you can see essentially all of her learning continuum components broken down right here specifically for her. And it does this for all the reporting categories that we have. So this is the student profile and the instructional area focus. We're going to exit out. Growth goals right here. You can customize the idea of things for her. You can discuss and change the goal RIT score. She's at a 237, but maybe to be passing star MOY, she needs about 250. So you can manipulate that right there to see what she might need to grow. So that's 17 points to grow between now and the next one. Let me refresh this. I don't change her information. We can also change the growth percentile. Right now it's 48, and remember, we want 12 months plus. So if she stays at this 48 percentile growth and growth percentile and stays at the 4 points of RIT growth, well, in 1 year's time from now to the next year, she's going to be making 1 year growth, but still not at a higher percentile. She's going to stay the same average. Had she been a student who was struggling, I could be behind in 1st grade this year. I can make my expected growth percentile and growth RIT points. Well, the next year when I start 2nd grade, I'm still going to be behind. So that's what we advocate for: a year plus, 12 months plus. And also on the STAR test, those percentages passing don't always correlate to just 50%. So if we're looking at the growth percentile, we can manipulate that to be 60%. And so she went from having 5 points from this test to the next, or from 3 to having this test to the next, to having 5. You can manipulate that to get a good focus and idea of what she or he needs to do to go 12 months, to go the next reporting category, the next assessment category for STAR. You can manipulate that to see where your student could or should be, just to give you a good understanding of where they are. When we go to the comparisons chart, you can see a wide range of different data points. So we have our percentile norms, we have our quadrant charts, and our conditional growths. In a separate PowerPoint, you have information to understand each one of these right here, and then some other projections and comparisons about that student, and just a few words and tips of how you can understand this as well.